Investigators have never released 15-year-old Deborah Graber's cause of death, but the discovery of her remains has been widely publicized. Salt Lake City police suspect that someone close to Deborah is responsible for her murder, and they have 3 failed polygraph tests that they believe point them in the right direction. It's our 28th week, and we are in Utah. Deborah was initially from California, but her parents, Patrick and Cynthia, would later separate. Her father moved to Nevada, and her mother moved to Salt Lake City, Utah. Deborah was described as quiet but quick-witted and kind. She enjoyed writing poetry and reading and was known to care about her appearance. She dreamed of becoming a fashion model. Deborah primarily lived with her father in Nevada, but as she became a teen, he became overwhelmed with her behavior and sent her to a group home in Ohio. Why she was sent to this group home before her mother's home, I don't have those answers. But Deborah does run away from this group home in Ohio and ends up with her mother, Cindy, in Salt Lake City, Utah. In 1992, Deborah is now 15, and she is attending the West High School in Salt Lake City. On Thursday, January 16, 1992, Deborah's mom came home after her graveyard shift at the nursing home and was told by her live-in girlfriend, Catherine Fredrickson, that Deborah had left for school that morning around 6:30 a.m. in her winter gear, carrying the most recent book she had been reading, Hollywood Husbands. That afternoon, when Deborah didn't come home from school, Cindy was concerned, but she waited till around 8 p.m. before calling Deborah's probation officer to notify them that she was missing. She then waited an additional 2 hours before phoning the police at 10 p.m. to let them know that Deborah had not returned home. Cindy stated because of Deborah's runaway history, the police told her that she needed to wait until the next day to see if Deborah showed up before officially reporting her missing. The following morning on the 17th, the Salt Lake City Police Department received a phone call from a witness saying they saw a transient-looking white person with long, dark hair and a long, thick army coat dumping what looked like a body wrapped in blankets behind a local business. This witness went on to describe that this person was pushing a shopping cart, carrying a bundle of blankets until the shopping cart tipped over because the sidewalk was icy. They then watched this person grab the bundle out of the cart and drag it across the snow-covered parking lot into the bushes. They watched this person walk away and head south towards the direction of Deborah's home, which was just down the street. The witness then walked over to the bundled blanket lying on the ground and nudged it with their feet, and at that point they realized there was most likely a body wrapped inside. When investigators arrived, they found the remains of Deborah wrapped in 2 different blankets and several sheets. Her body was tightly bound with restraints. An autopsy declared that Deborah's death likely occurred during the night between Thursday and Friday, but the cold temperatures could affect the ability to accurately gauge the time of death in her case. The manner of death was ruled a homicide, but the cause of her death, as well as the condition of her body, has never been released by investigators, stating that it is for investigative purposes. Wrapped in the blanket, they did find a copy of the book she was seen leaving with that morning. Deborah was wrapped in a pink